This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, a conservation alert near Stewart Island. Evidence of rats are discovered on a kakapo sanctuary. Is it time to put an H in Wakatipu? What do the locals think of the name change proposal? And it's a Pixie Christmas. Dunedin's unique mechanical Christmas exhibition opens for the festive season. Good evening, I'm Callum Proctor. The discovery of a potential rat dropping on the island's Whenua Hou has sparked a full-scale incursion response by the Department of Conservation. The island, 3 kilometres off the coast of Stewart Island, is home to the Kakapo Recovery Program, and specialists say a rat could wreak havoc on the island. Sharon Rees has more.
Whenua Hou, or Codfish Island, has been predator-free since 1998. Which is why this potential rat dropping, discovered on the island on Wednesday, has launched such an emergency response. Department of Conservation response leader Tony Preston says there could be serious consequences from a rat on the island, and that a team has been deployed to begin laying traps and tracking tunnels.
We've got 6 people over there now, and they're distributing a larger rat trapping network. There was a smaller rat trapping network around the area that the boats moor and other obvious places around the hut. But what we're doing now is we're significantly expanding that network on the track system and a grid around the area where the pallet was found.
Preston said he and other specialists immediately suspected the 2.8 centimetre dropping came from a Norway rat. But if that is the case, it certainly wasn't a small rat.
It's really large for a Norway rat, but it's actually right on the end of the size range for them, so it's possible. So if it's a rat, it's a rather large one.
He said there are a number of ways a rat could make it to the island.
Norway rats will normally only swim up to 1 kilometre. So you would say that they shouldn't be able to swim that far. This could be a large fit rat, you never know. Could have hitched a ride on a log. The seas have been really, really calm with this lovely fine weather we've been having, so that could be an influencing factor. Or it could have come off a boat.
While adult kakapo have been known to fend off rats, eggs and chicks are vulnerable to attack while their mother gathers food. However, due to low numbers of rimu fruit on the island, there is no kakapo breeding expected until 2019. Results from the DNA analysis of the dropping are expected on Monday. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
The Dunedin City Council is asking residents to cut down on their water use to help the city get through this hot, dry spell. Group Manager 3 Waters Tom Dyer says the good weather is a great start to summer, but things are drying out and water use in our city's been particularly high. Dyer says residents can conserve water by using a watering can or handheld hose for their garden instead of a sprinkler. Water use across the city is more than 10,000 cubic metres above average. A suggestion by former Ngāi Tahu chairman Sir Tipene O'Regan that Wakatipu should be spelled with an H and be pronounced Whakatipu has received mixed reviews in the resort town. The idea is similar to the change from Wanganui to Whanganui, which caused an uproar several years ago. Mina Amso has more.
A quick search of the word Wakatipu in Google shows that every single organisation using the word Wakatipu spells it without an H. And that's how it's been for the past 150 years. However, former Ngāi Tahu chairman Sir Tipene O'Regan recently told media that was wrong. Sir Tipene said the spelling of the word Wakatipu should change to Whakatipu with an H added. Otago Regional Councillor Michael Laws fought and lost the debate to keep Wanganui from changing to Whanganui. Today, he told the South Today He thinks it's madness Sir Tipene is seeking change to Whakatapu. Laws says the community should decide what the word should be, not Sir Tipene, who lives in Canterbury.
For him as an outsider to come in and say, I want this to be changed, it's anti-democratic.
He says the move to change the spelling is deliberately divisive.
I mean, the difference was in Wanganui that the move came from the local iwi who lived there and were resident there. But there is no move from the local Maori community in Queenstown to change it, and there's been no approaches made by local Runanga. It's just one man's opinion, and you're playing his game by giving him a legitimacy that really he doesn't deserve.
Queenstown locals shopping at Remarkables Park today had mixed opinions.
Should be kept at Wakatipu because that's what it's always been.
Whakatapu is quite good because it used to be the actual proper pronunciation.
Seeing there seems to be a big change, like Mount Cook has changed, so might as well keep rolling.
Sir Tipene told media instead of pushing towards the change, it would come naturally if some people used the word correctly. Nina Amso, The South Today.
Well, Gore has been the recipient of some much needed rain today, with more showers on the way for other regions. The South Today was there to catch a few of those raindrops.
After 2 weeks of dry weather, today's initial half-hour rain shower was enough to make some of the roads around the town of Gore slick with oily water. The paddocks around the town are still green, showing that the dry spell has not hit the area as hard as elsewhere. Indeed, much of central Otago still remains affected by a very dry spring, with the first decent fall of rain forecast for the second half of next week. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Santa's Pixies are back in Dunedin for another year. The Pixie Town exhibition opened at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum today and remains there until January.
These pixies have a new lease on life thanks to Toitu Otago Settlers Museum. The perennial favourite Pixie Town has been brought back again this December with the Mechanical Wonders tuned up for another year. Museum curator Peter Reid says there's a lot of history behind the tiny creatures, which may or may not be kept in working order by magic.
We had Stephen Kilroy, who we call a pixie wrangler, who dealt them over the last couple of years to keep them all in line and get them working properly. It's all done by mirrors and strings, you know.
The pixies were displayed at the former Dunedin DIC department store until it closed in the late 1980s. The Pixies toured New Zealand from the 1920s until the 1970s, when the All Shocks made touring uneconomical. The displayed Pixies are regularly rotated, and this year, thanks to regular maintenance, Pixies that haven't been seen in a long time are out now for children and adults alike to enjoy. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
All right, still to come on The South Today, a high-flying film festival prepares for takeoff in Queenstown. And we see how the Christmas spirit's very much alive in Mosgiel.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
the zoo. Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
They're part of the family, and like us, their health begins with what they eat too. So give them Radical Dog, made in New Zealand from all natural ingredients and real tart cherries, so it's high in antioxidants. It's a 3-in-1 superfood, giving them energy, flexibility and a healthy coat. With no fillers or nasty preservatives, they love them. It's the treat that can work wonders on every dog, no matter what their breed, age or health. Radical Dog, the new generation in dog food.
My Els and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our community since 1962.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
What if? That's the question being asked about the future for the Dunedin waterfront. Discover more for yourself by visiting a new display on now at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum. There's information on offer and models that portray the vision. Plus, there are opportunities to share your feedback on the ideas presented. The Dunedin Harbour Vision. What if? See the ideas and designs suggested for the Dunedin Harbour at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. A Wanaka filmmaker has won Best Film at a new Festival of Flying film festival due to screen in Queenstown for the first time on Sunday. The Freedom of Flight Film Festival features 16 short films and one feature-length film of New Zealand and international hang gliding, speed flying and paragliding. Mina Amso reports.
Man, I'm shaking, it's cold.
These snippets show some of the most daring flyers in action, including New Zealanders attempting some hair-raising manoeuvres. Their films will feature in a new Queenstown Film Festival this Sunday.
We've always had adventure film festivals, but nothing dedicated directly to flying disciplines.
The Freedom of Flight Festival features 16 short films and one feature-length film.
So it's a collection of paragliding, speed flying and hang gliding films.
Tapa says at least a third of them have been filmed by New Zealanders, including Wanaka filmmaker Pedro Pimentel, whose film entitled Intention has won overall Best Film at the competition.
Kind of discussing what it was like to be a father doing a risky sport.
And Glenorchy pilot Nick Nanens showcases his film entitled The Family Trip Across the Alps.
For us, we traditionally think ourselves as a little backwater here in New Zealand, but actually we do know that we can compete on the world stage, and so it's exciting for a lot of local pilots to know that we've got someone representing us at the top level.
The charity fundraiser festival will take place at the Heritage Hotel in Queenstown this Sunday. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Dunedin might prefer to offer a happy holiday greeting, but over the hill in Mosgiel, they're all about Christmas. Roselle Lebone has more.
Mosgiel is lit up like a Christmas tree this year. A new Facebook page shows the spots around Dunedin where the Christmas lights are at their best, and hundreds of people are taking advantage of a lighting tradition still going strong. In Mosgiel, in contrast to the Dunedin City Council's controversial holiday banner, the Mosgiel Taieri Community Board has stuck with the Merry Christmas message on their tree this year. Board member Serenitas says the tree and the greeting were fixed in place 4 years ago.
It was then decided in 2013 that we would decorate the container so that it was more aesthetically pleasing to house the Christmas tree and to form a base on which the tree was positioned. We went out to tender and the design that is there now was picked as the design that would be on the base of the Christmas tree.
The Dunedin City Council has caused a minor commotion by choosing the Happy Holidays message, with 61% voting in an ODT poll that its octagon tree should have retained the Christmas message. Neatis says there has been no call for the Mosgiel community to change its message.
I'd say we did the right thing in 2013 then, if we've got Merry Christmas on it. The message on the container isn't as important as the Christmas tree itself, I don't think.
And it's clear from messages like these spelled out on community lawns that the traditional reason for the season still lives on. Neatis says the board will only look at changing the current message if the public requests it. The tree's decorations will be revisited in the next year or two. Roselle Lebone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a kids' hospital appeal provides a big funding boost for Southland Hospital. And how long will this southern heatwave last? We have details coming up in your weekend weather.
My elves and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
What if? That's the question being asked about the future for the Dunedin waterfront. Discover more for yourself by visiting a new display on now at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum. There's information on offer and models that portray the vision. Plus, there are opportunities to share your feedback on the ideas presented. The Dunedin Harbour Vision. What if? See the ideas and designs suggested for the Dunedin Harbour at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
Active Interior Designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference. and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Welcome back. Last Sunday saw the reopening of a primary school in Gore after many months of renovations, and the South Today attended the opening ceremony.
After months of work, the renovations at St Mary's Primary School in Gore were officially opened last week. Past, present and future pupils of the school were all at the unveiling of months of work which had cost thousands of dollars. The school now has a new office, sick bay, library, boardroom, plus other facilities. The renovations were paid for by the Catholic Diocese of Dunedin. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Well, another children's hospital has benefited from funds raised by the Countdown Kids Hospital appeal. Southland Hospital's Children's Ward received $80,000 on Thursday after 12 weeks of fundraising. Sharon Rees has more.
A small group of people gathered at Countdown Invercargill to applaud the efforts of staff fundraising and to present the Southland District Health Board with a cheque for over $80,000. Some children who had been patients of the Children's Ward were there to accept a donation and to cut the celebratory cake. The Southland Hospital Children's Ward is one of 13 around the country to benefit from the appeal. The money will go towards new equipment and better facilities. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. The discovery of a potential rat dropping on the island's Whenua Hou has sparked a full-scale incursion response by the Department of Conservation. A suggestion from Sir Tepani O'Regan that Wakatipu should be spelled with an H and pronounced Whakatipu has received mixed reviews in the resort town. And Santa's Pixies are back in town for another year. The Pixie Town exhibition opened at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum today, running through until January. And now let's take a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Phil Somerville's here. Hi, Phil.
Yes, hi, Callum. The Mix Festival. I went to the travel page and it was about a New Zealand group on a tour of Ghana in West Africa, dancing and drumming tour. So that was something a wee bit different. The food section was looking at Christmas, talking about breaking with tradition, going away from your traditional turkey and chicken and lamb and so on. And life coach, I think she's probably quite well read, Jan Aiken. She's talking about the art of taking a break and how you make a break worthwhile, and looks at that. And Townie Bruce Munro, our feature writer, went to South Otago and looked into the dairying world of artificial insemination. So there you go. It's an interesting story there. In Dunedin, there's more, of course, on the hospital rebuild and the appointment of Pete Hodson to lead that. There's all sorts of reactions to that move, and also to the Dunedin City Council's proposals for big rate rises and increases in debt. So look at that. The council front, finally, I sort of mentioned the sign, the Happy Holidays sign, was vandalised, and it will be replaced by the previous sign that they had in the past. So look out for that story too.
All right, thanks for that, Phil. That's Saturday's ODT. Time now for a look at the weekend's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Collagen Plus.
And the situation sees a warm norwesterly airflow slowly tending west to southwest over the weekend, becoming cooler. A series of fronts pile onto the south coast but weaken as they drift north. To the southern outlook, and highs of 19 degrees for this group of towns tomorrow. Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden, all in for fresh nor'westerlies and some rain maybe later on. The central towns, warmer temperatures inland, but still the risk of rain for Alexandra with a moderate nor'wester, 24 for Alex tomorrow. Queenstown and Wanaka both expect fresh nor'westers in 22, and maybe some rain for Tiano in 18. To the northern towns, Timaru hits 30 tomorrow with high cloud and light northerlies. Oamaru to 27. Inland Twizel can expect some rain with 22 degrees, and the same for Omarama. For Dunedin tonight, high cloud and a mild northerly. Dunedin's overnight low 15. Tomorrow, thick high cloud, spots of rain with moderate northerlies, cooler southerlies towards the evening, the high 26, the low 13. And mostly fine but cooler on Sunday. Some cloud, moderate southwesterlies, the high 21, the low 16. Down to Invercargill tonight, showers clear for you, northerly winds and overnight low of 14. Tomorrow fine at first, but increasing cloud through the morning. Rain develops in the afternoon, gusty westerlies, 19 for Saturday. And for Sunday, showers clearing and fine periods increase with a high of 15 and the low 11. That's us for another week here. For the latest South Today news, follow us on Facebook and also at channel39.co.nz. We'll leave you with another look back on our year that was. This evening we take a look at March. From all the team here, have a great weekend.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear. supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.